At exact 10 years ago, we were having what might be considered as one of the best years in gaming industry, with insane AAA titles. You don't believe me? Oh yeah, look for yourself. But surprisingly, it also appeared a game made almost entirely by one single person that was capable of breaking the indie barrier, where even among giants it becomes one of the most adored and admired indie games of all times. Downwell.
Woo, woo, woo. Look how I show from my feet.
But of course I'm messing around, we're talking about Undertale.
Oh, I'm a garbage. Oh shit, oh shit. Better start tripping, god damn. Awesome. Afraid, I ain't afraid, I ain't afraid, I ain't afraid. Might want true love.
Today is a special day for Undertale, as it completes its 10 years old anniversary. But today is also the day that after 10 years I decided to finally experience for the first time the whole game. Because after all, there has been this one single question at the back of my head. Is Undertale really that special? Well, let's see. It started from the storyline. It has a really simple story, and I think that at first it just looks childish.
Okay, let's go.
Woo! The fact that the first OST you hear is called Once Upon a Time tells a whole about all the story. It's literally a once upon a time tale. Once upon a time there were monsters and humans living together. Then they have some conflict between them, ended up in the monster being locked in the underground and the humans living on the overworld. But then one day, a boy or a girl, or I don't know, people say that Frisk generates neutral, so I'm gonna say it's a boy, okay? The ball falls in the ground and we start the game as Frisk. Now I don't think I need to tell the whole story because this game is 10 years old and everybody knows about what happened in this game. Even I knew about what happened even before playing it. So we keep going on, we discover a lot of secrets. We discovered that this world is not as simple as it looks. We discovered that the king was making experiments on human souls so that he can gather all the souls and achieve a level of power to break the barrier to the overworld. We discover a weird laboratory with weird creatures that for some reason just want to be pet or I don't know, be played with.
You've pet the sizefully the amalgamate seems to be satisfied by all this.
And also we explore all these areas that are kind of simple, and I guess it's just because Toby Fox was not an experienced developer. So he just wanted to make the game as simple as possible. And you can see that by the gameplay and the look of the scenarios. You know, all scenarios are kind of simple, don't have that much detail. It's not something that you've never seen before in a video game. The gameplay for me is not that it's bad, but it's not the type of gameplay that pleases me. Of course I had some funny moments, such as Marathon's fight.
What the fuck did I do? Okay, we're doing good here, man.
That was probably my favorite boss fight when it comes to gameplay. But overall, I was not really engaged into the gameplay factor and the world building factor, you know. So much so that I decided to not take the genocide route, because by what I see, the genocide route is basically for those who like the gameplay. I have a friend that told me that the genocide route is not that important at all. It is kind of boring if you go for the story, and it's just about, you know, fighting all these bosses, Megalovan and shit. Oh yeah. But now we go to what I really consider to be the special part of this game, because boy, if you think I was gonna make this 10 years anniversary video just to talk shit about this game, you're damn wrong, because this game has two things that is what makes it so special, starting by the characters. You know the saying that says, what matters is not the end or the start, but the friends we make along the way? This game is literally the representation of the whole saying, you know? I find it incredible how Undertale is able to deliver such good characters without the needing of like voice acting.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Or a fancy graphics or a fancy design. No, it's just all these characters seem simple, but they're so unique and lovely that I basically can't find any bad character in this whole game, you know? I mean, there is one specific character that I don't like, but almost all the characters are like gold levels, you know. And as you keep playing, you keep developing your friendship with each character. You see such a deep writing for each one of them that is simply like amazing. Thinking that Toby Fox was able to create this level of quality characters almost single-handedly is pure genius for me. And I gotta say that these characters are so good that it complements the story, making it sound like better than it actually is. Because this story is simple. It's not like the most creative story ever made in history. No, it's like generic and simple, honestly. But the characters makes it sound like a genius story that nobody has ever made in history, you know?
What a terrible creature torturing such a poor innocent youth.
Starting by Toriel, well, she seems very generous and kind at first sight. Actually, too much. Kind of getting me suspicious about her, you know? Well, at some moments, I just started to like think she was creeping me out, and she would turn into this weird monster that was gonna kill me, because obviously she was holding a secret there, and I started to become more certain of it. At the time, I tried to leave the house through the basement, and she just kept insisting for me to not leave.
Play upstairs instead. Yo, hey yo, told you not a child. I ain't going upstairs. It is dangerous to play here. I don't fucking care if it is dangerous or not. I ain't your child, goddamn. It's justice. You will catch a cold.
And I attempt that so many times. It started to get really strange and weird.
I'll try more. 10 more times. I'll try 10 more times, okay? Come on. Oh shit.
Okay, and then she let us go. She entered a fight with us, and there you could really see that she was actually really kind and was really trying to care for us. That she was avoiding all her attacks on purpose, you know.
I will never forget that. I won't put a finger on you, Toriel. I am telling you.
Then we got one of the goats, Sam's. You know, at first, Sans was my favorite character because of his design and the good vibe he carries, the jokes he makes, you know.
Hey. Take it easy. I got a ton of work done today. I skeleton.
Like, since give me that cool guy, you have nothing to complain about vibe, you know. All the moments I spent with him was pure joy, you know. Like the moment we went on a dinner together, the moment he tried to sell me a extremely expensive hot dog.
I've been thinking about selling treats too. Want some fried snow? It's just 5 grand. Did I say 5 grand? I meant 50 grand. Really? How about 5,000 grand? 50,000 grand. That's my final offer. What? You don't have the money. Hey, that's okay. I don't have any snow.
Oh, fuck me. Or when I discovered he had a second job where he done nothing. Bro, what the fuck is this?
What? Haven't seen a guy with 2 jobs before? Fortunately, 2 jobs mean twice as many legally required breaks. I'm going to Grillsby when it comes. Yeah. Well, if you insist, I'll pry myself away from my work. Over here. I know a shortcut.
Sam was cool, man. Come on, look at this guy, bro. Then we got his brother, Papyrus. Weird, kinda annoying, but he had his redemption. He was so like naively annoying that I started to like him, you know. At first, I didn't really like the Papyrus, but the way he treats things so innocently and naively is kind of a charm, bro. You can see that he and Sans are opposite to each other in every single aspect. Personality, colors, height, the way they talk. Sans talks like a calm and chill guy, while Papyrus is...
Sans, they didn't even look at it. Whoops, I know I should have used today's crossword instead. What? Crossword? I can't believe you said that. In my opinion, Junior Jumbo is easily the hardest. What? Really, dude? The easy piece of word scramble? Yeah, motherfucker Papyrus.
In my mind, he talks like that, you know. But he was gaining my heart as I kept playing this game. I just didn't really want to go like to the weird date I went with Papyrus. It felt really strange. It was not comfortable at all, but it was funny, but it was not comfortable.
If you finish looking around, we could go in and do whatever people do when they date. What the fuck?
I didn't like the date. I went only for the content and, well, the experience. I also liked when he tried to give me a hard puzzle, but the puzzle went wrong. He just started spinning away. Also when he tried to set up some kind of a meeting with me and Undyne.
Here, Undyne. My friend brought a gift for you on their own. Thanks.
Papyrus is amazing, okay? I changed my opinion from the beginning to the end of the game. He's certainly one of the goats. Talking about Undyne, she is kind of cool. Like, I mean, look at this armor. She's almost like a Dark Souls character at this point. Had a really good presence. All the time she appeared on this game, I was like, God damn. Well, anyone would be like this if you had like this fish knight hunting your ass, you know?
Oh, fuck. What the fuck? There ain't nobody here.
She's able to keep your eyes locked to the screen every time she appears, you know. I also like that she doesn't want to be your friend at first, but Papyrus makes it sound like a challenge and she just accepts it. Because yeah, she can't refuse a single challenge. At the end, obviously, she becomes your friend.
Well, see you later, punk.
Then we got my least favorite character, Alphys. Oh my god, bro. Just straight up annoying, uninterested. I don't like Alphys at all. I try to, but I don't like it. In my head, she's that little actually nerd meme incarnated as a character. Almost died that shit, bro. Could I actually die?
Well, that was certainly something.
Her dialogues were just testing my patience, and I almost dropped the game because of her, okay? I'm sorry to all the Office fans, but I don't like her at all.
About, well, everything. I told you that Shield was a little... Fuck you. Fuck this.
Then we have Metaton. For most part of the game, I didn't really care about Metaton, okay? But after fighting his true form, the game made me change my whole idea of Metaton. Like completely, you know, maybe because of his cool boss fight or because of his cool song, because his song is freaking amazing. But I think it was the fact that he appears as this robot that only cares for his audience on television, but then you discover that he do cares for his audience, but not in the capitalistic way where he sees his audience as just a number for his success, but in the real like emotion affected way with his audience.
This is the most viewers I've ever had. With Richard, the viewer calling my son, unlucky viewer, will have the chance to talk to me before I leave the underground forever. Let's see who calls first.
What is it?
Hi, you're on TV. What do you have to say on this? On our last show? What? Oh, hi Metaton. I really like watching your show. My life is pretty boring, but seeing you on the screen brought excitement to my life viscously. I can't tell, but I guess this is the last episode. I'll miss you, Metaton. Oh, I didn't mean to talk so long. Oh, no, wait, look, they already hung up. I'll take another caller.
Even though being a robot, he gets emotional by the fact that everyone was telling him all these beautiful words, saying that they're gonna miss him on television. Well, Metaton became one of the goats, okay? Then we got the king, Asgore. And I'm gonna say, I just love the king just by his looks. But after seeing how like he's just this kind king that is making things that he doesn't want to, only for like revenge purpose, and a good revenge purpose, okay? People harmed his child, you know? But even though like I was the human in front of him and he had to kill me, he seemed hesitant, you know?
I see. This is it. Damn. Ready? Oh, fuck. No.
It's August. Fucking fire, man. Bro, this is, oh my god. You're filled with determination.
Human. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Holy shit. Is the king, is the goddamn king. No mercy. Bro.
Okay, we gotta act, dog. We gotta do something. What the hell? Talk. Check and talk. I'll talk. I just talk. You quietly tell Asgore you don't want to fight him. His hands tremble for a moment.
And come on, man. We're gonna talk about the soundtrack soon enough, but I gotta say already that holy shit, Asgore theme is one of the greatest songs ever made in video game history. For real, this shit is, shit, god damn, bro. And in the end, we got Azrael. I didn't really create any affection feelings for her, you know, or him, I don't know. Okay, it's kind of sad, the whole fact that she was friend to a human and she saw the opportunity to become friends again to humans, and like the whole plot twist of your nickname actually being the human she was friend with names, you know. As in the end is the time you discover that your character name is actually Frisk. But I didn't really see that much special thing about Azrael. But now that we talked about all the characters and you see all these gameplays, let's go to what I think is easily the strongest part of this entire game. For me, the soundtrack of Undertale. Holy shit, bro. The soundtrack of this game is insane, man. I'm gonna say it. I think the soundtrack of this game carries 60% of its whole special factor. okay? Then like 39% is the characters and 1% is the rest. The soundtrack for me is easily the strong part of this game. It was one of the things that kept me engaged the whole time. There is not a single bad song in this game, and it's weird. I think, you know, Toby Fox, as not being an experienced developer at the time he made this game, I think he knew that. He knew that if we were only by the gameplay and like the world building, he was gonna be able to catch people's attention. I mean, if it is by the gameplay, he was gonna catch some people's attention, but it was gonna be so niche that he'll never reach the same proportion the game will reach it, you know. But Toby Fox was a composer. He knew that soundtrack is such a powerful tool that he decided to lock the puck in and create the soundtrack with his entire heart. You can feel all the emotions from each song of this game. You can feel how Toby Fox was putting his soul into each note he was playing, you know. But bro, you can see how remarkable the soundtrack of Undertale became when you see people recognizing the songs even not knowing it's an Undertale song. I witnessed like people that were putting Undertale song on their playlist not knowing that it was an Undertale song, bro. This game's soundtrack became so iconic that it surpassed the gaming bubble, having so many other medias where you see other people using an Undertale soundtrack, being in reels, being in videos, being like in any type of content, you know. You see that it's not like only gameplay videos or game related videos that have like an Undertale soundtrack. But Toby Fox knew that to compensate the lack of development experience, he had to focus entirely on other aspects such as the character and soundtrack, and it has become a timeless masterpiece. You see how strong the soundtrack is when he started getting orchestral concerts, bro. Have you ever seen the orchestra of Undertale? This soundtrack is so unique that even listening to other covers, being their rock covers, orchestral covers, and any kind of covers, for me the original version of each song is just unbeatable. Toby Fox chose so masterfully the instrument and how he was gonna compose each song that it doesn't matter the version. To me, the original version of every single song of Undertale is gonna be the best version. And as I mentioned, I have to say, Asgore Fame and Hopes and Dreams, these two songs are just timeless masterpieces, especially Hopes and Dreams. And now I can't wait for Deltarune to complete 10 years to make a video about it. Thanks everyone for watching, and until Sunday.